Good morning. Allie Compton here, founder and creator of the Sacred Circle Transformational Community for Women. And I just wanted to give a shout out to all of my ladies in my circle getting ready for our conference call this evening. I have some amazing content continuing our discussion about relationships for the month of November. And as you know, everyone in the group has been going through some pretty intensive transformation and shifts, and it seems like everything is just changing in our world. Sometimes it feels like chaos, sometimes it feels like upheaval. And so I was reminded yesterday of why it's so important, and I wanted to talk about that today in this extra bonus clip about building and maintaining and reinforcing a foundation of self-love within ourselves. Because the more strength we have in the foundation of the self-love that we have and the trust within ourselves, the easier the rest of the shifts in our life will occur. So I just wanted to share with you 3 quick tips on how to reinforce and reinstill the trust and the self-love within yourself. So we'll start with number 1. This is probably the simplest thing that anybody can do, and I really hope you guys can see this. Okay, so candle ritual. Here's what I do. Think about your routine in the morning. You're starting your day off. What do women typically do in the morning? Well, we put on our makeup and we do our hair. So our morning routine typically is centered around beautifying ourselves so that we can step out into the world and feel confident and feel like we can do it. So the simplest thing that I've done that has helped to program my mind for self-love and self-honor and self-appreciation is to buy a pink candle or a green candle, whatever you choose. Green is heart chakra centered, and so is pink. You know, it's love energy. And so what I do is, as I'm putting on my makeup, right before I get started with that, I simply just light the candle. And what this reminds me of, it just helps me to focus and to remember why I am beautiful and the beauty that I bring into the world. And it's just a self-honoring process that I do every morning. And especially when you go through these big shifts and transformations, you kind of need that little extra boost in the morning. This will really help. I guarantee that if you practice this with focus and intention of just honoring yourself and the beauty that you bring to the world, you will boost your confidence, you'll boost your trust within yourself, and you will boost the love that you have for yourself. Because if we can't love ourselves, how can we expect anybody else to love us as well? So the second one that I want to share is actually creating a vision board. Now I know we've all done vision boards and, you know, focused intention with that, but specializing one in self-love for yourself, I think, is a really great idea. And I actually got this one from a client that I'm working closely with in my 8-week program, one-on-one. This was something that she came up with, and what she did is she took her journal and she created a vision board inside, highlighting all of her positive attributes, all of her strengths, so that when she felt weak or when she had to go into her journal to write about the emotional processes she was working through, she could be reminded, and it was kind of just a reinforcement for her. So the third thing, after you have your foundation of, you know, igniting literally a candle and igniting your self-love in the morning, remembering to take a peek at your vision board for self-love. Third is just plain being conscious of all the self-talk that you have in your mind. So how many times during the day do you guys, in passing, you know, under your breath, say, "Oh, I'm so stupid," or "Dang, I shouldn't have done that," or how many times do you beat yourself up during the day? You may not be aware of it. And so by holding your intention of really being mindful of your thoughts about yourself, and when you start to notice patterns of negative self-talk or a certain phrase that comes out of your mind or your mouth or your mind or wherever, you can kind of nip it in the bud, and we can look at that as a belief system that we can boot out with Sai Chi. So, I hope these tips were all helpful for you. I know I've shared them with a couple of you kind of one-on-one, but I really think that these are powerful, and these are things that I know have worked for me. And so if you have any questions on this, or if you have any other ideas that you think would be a great idea to add to this list of tools that we can use to reinforce and build the foundation of self-love within our lives, go ahead and shout them out. Post them on the forum. If there's something that has worked for you in the past, I want to hear about it. So, hope you all have a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you all tonight on the call. Love you guys. Have a good one.